I'm not gonna lie. I was, before I hit go live, I was feeling a little sleepy this morning, and I was like, I'm gonna have to really jack up my energy today. And then all of a sudden, the music starts playing. You start rocking back and forth. You can't help. We're having a good time. So shout out Rock and Roll, Kevin Davies for that. Those morning jams. Hey, we're back. We're back. We got some people up in the chat. Say what's up to everybody. Craig. Good to see Craig. CT, listen, CT, we're going to get into that. Paulie's up in here. Dabbis, Tom, Sawyer. We'll find out what local coffee shop he's at. We got Glenn, Deep Threats here, Dabbis, Dan. All guys, the party's happening. All right, we're gonna do some fun stuff today. I'm gonna share what Drew said too. Listen, we need to fix the algorithm today, all right? And by fix it, I mean we need some more people up in here like Dick Chuck and Whirly and Nerdbird. So go ahead, like this stream. Let's get some people up in here, okay? I'm excited. Oh, Raindrop. Look, guys, everybody's here. 2 wood coins richer today from B-Merc. God, we'll talk about tops in a little bit. I'm very curious. Let's save it. Let's save tops for a little bit. And then we'll get into it. But what we're going to do today, we're going to go over some of the basketball stuff. There's only, I think, 6 games last night, so that won't take too long. We'll talk about tops a little bit and how I didn't get a pack and how just because I wasn't able to get one, I'm now out. Although technically, Dick Chuck says, please don't talk tops. We won't talk about it long. I promise we won't. More or less, I just want to know who got stuff. But then you know what we're going to do? I think I'm going to take you a little bit behind like my head. Oh, we'll talk about Cool Cats, but about where I'm at right now. Because I think a lot of times I'm just out here being like, love this guy, love this guy, love this guy. Hate Aldridge, love this guy. And sometimes I think that's helpful and entertaining, but I think what we're going to do today, and we're going to talk about some of the things that I'm thinking about doing. And just like the back and forth of being able to, I'm like, team hold. Oh, I got to sell this guy. Oh, we're holding, selling long-term, short-term. And just kind of like the back and forth. Because I think sometimes you're led to believe that I'm this strong team hold man. I think it might be helpful just to see where I'm at too. So we'll do that. We'll do that. Also, ePortsy, we'll share this because it's funny. More like flops, am I right? Nice. All right, let's get into it because you know what we need to. I'm not gonna intro the first game, but we're starting here.
PJ Washington. PJ Washington. PJ Washington.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. I do want to know what they are doing. I want to know what the Hornets are doing because they're starting, I think his name's Vernon Carey Jr., and he's playing like 3 minutes, and then PJ comes in off the bench and plays 35. And I got it the last game. It was PJ's first game back. Carey got in foul trouble right away. But this last game, I don't know if Carey got hurt. I didn't watch the beginning of the game. Anyways, but let's just get into the Knicks Hornets right away. So the Knicks won 109-107, but who gives a shit, right? Because we're here to talk about PJ Washington, who came in off the bench and dropped 26 big ones, baby. 26 big ones. This is like 2 games in a row where PJ's been cooking. So we're starting the show off. That's how you know today's going to be a good day. We're starting the show off by checking in my man PJ. Let's see. Cool Cats down to $33. So that gift that I sent PJ, the certified Bala, has gone down $7. Wow, that first moment is down around 112. Good Lord. Triple badge, baby. Triple badge 112. Remember when I was touting him when he was like 300? 750 for that rookie debut and 700 for the metallic gold. What's his? Oh, and his other metallic gold is 210. Interesting. Surprisingly quiet night for Julius Randle last night. Still a solid game, but RJ Barrett had a pretty good game. I should say Terry Rozier 21-8-7, but I don't really want to look at him because we did that yesterday. But RJ Barrett's so fun because he one game will have 28 points, then the next game he'll shoot like 2 for 4. I warming up to RJ. And so his first moment here out of 2,800, 814, not terrible. His rising star, 189. 189 for his rising star moment. And then we're seeing some of the other stuff like his 15K for $17, which I actually don't hate the 15K for $2. Also, if I'm getting like spotty internet right now, you guys let me know in the chat because it seems like I'm seeing something on my end. So I just want to make sure. But yeah, RJ Barrett, I don't know. I mean, it feels a little cheapy. You know what I mean? A little cheapy. But yeah, I don't hate RJ. All right, it looks like my internet is back. So sorry if that was a little crappy. Yeah, RJ. All right, what else we got? That game overall just was kind of boring. Oh, it does say I'm frozen, man. Uh-oh. Am I back? Okay, I think I'm back now. Yes. All right, I think I'm back now. God, that's so annoying. I apologize, guys. Apologize for the spotty internet. The chat is pretty okay. Robot moment. You're good now. Okay. All right, man. So frustrating. That's so frustrating. I feel helpless, guys. Helpless. Maybe I just need a little more coffee. You know what I'm saying? Morning sip. Ooh, Andre Arce or Archie. Sorry. It says, "What do you think of the Rising Star RJ?" Rising Star RJ. All right, let's pull it up. Sorry, that really threw me. 189. Man, the Rising Stars. So two things. Jacob always keeps saying like, you don't know when we're going to use these for a challenge again. So there's that. But I also, again, this is like his second season, right? But it's out of 2021 for 189. It's a rare moment. I think like if Dustin mentioned this during the last holo drop, right? But if you like don't have any rare moments, this is like, I don't know. I think this is a nice way to get in on some rares. They're not too expensive. They have a lot of upside, right? A lot of upside on guys like this. So I don't hate it. I like it. Andre is what I'm saying. Sawyer just heard a coffee sip gulp in the mic and he's off to Starbucks. Rocket, we'll bring this back up in a little bit after we get through these games and I'll talk about some LeBron. All right, let's go back to this. So those games are that game was kind of quiet. I'm glad PJ went bonkers, but that's it. All right, Hawks 112, Magic 96. So Trae Young, 25, 7 and 5. I feel like we pull him up every week and it's like, oh wow, Trae's actually sneaky cheap. But that first moment is now down under 5. When we looked at this last time, it was like 500 and now it's 395. And I don't even love Trae Young, but this is a little disrespectful to Trae Young. Like Trae Young still is a young star, and not to bang the whole they won't have a rookie moment. This is considered like their rookie moment on Top Shot drum, but that's kind of where I'm at with that. Gosh, that's so cheap for a Series 1 for Trae Young. But the 7,500, I think, to me is if you're not trying to spend $400 this morning, but 43 for that 7,500 Series 2. I like this one. Let's look at the assist. Let's see how sexy this assist is. Nice little no-look to Herder. I don't hate it. But yeah, that first moment, 395. Yikesies. Who's he crossing up? Oh, and you know who that's on? Whoop. LaMarcus. I like it. I like the Trae. And then the other guy, man, Capella, who we pull up every single time they have a game. I don't know if he's leading the league, and honestly, I'm too lazy to look it up right now. But he must be top 2 or 3 in rebounds per game, right? I mean, last night 14 points, 19 boards. I feel like he's been a big beefer. He's a big beefer. He's just putting up 20 points constantly. I don't know what I missed here, but Patrick Kern's just saying Brian Windhorst is starting his own OnlyFans. Like, I don't know what I missed in here. But I'm excited for it. All right, let's keep moving. So on the Magic side of thing, I don't know. Cole Anthony and Wendell Carter Jr., they didn't have great games, but those are the only ones I could talk about from them. And Cole Anthony, he does look like he's going to be legit. I don't know if we're talking about superstar, but out of the 4K rookies, he's a little bit more appealing. I'm excited. I want to see how many how many of his moments are in circulation. I think that's always something important to look at when you're thinking about making a buy. And we talk about this a lot with the Series 2, like out of 12K, like that Nasir Little thing that happened, Robert Williams, Time Lord. Make sure most of these are in circulation before you go buy it, because the demand is a little bit higher than what the supply is at that time. So this, all right, 92% of them are out there. So that's pretty much it. But anyways, I think Cole Anthony has a promising future. I don't know, superstar, but and then Wendell Carter Jr., I think I wouldn't say everybody's sleeping on. I think for good reason, right? He couldn't figure it out in Chicago, was hurt quite a bit. But I don't know, sometimes a change of scenery. This is how I feel about anybody on the Kings, really. And what was it? Bill Simmons always says this, not to quote Bill Simmons, but the idea of like acquiring distressed assets, so that, he was in a bad spot, but still with a ton of talent upside. Who knows? But for like $11, if you want to take a flyer, don't hate it. So he leads with 14. Is that Capella? 14.6 boards. Wow, it's crazy. We the People says, what up, fam? Are we getting blessed with packs today? No, I think it's going to be tomorrow if we're getting them. Yeah, and Sawyer comes in right away. Packs tomorrow, methinks. Drew says he bought 4 beef stews. Hell yeah, Drew. Hell yeah. All right, here's a reminder. Let's smash that like. We need to get these numbers back up, people. We need to get these numbers back up. I think we're seeing a little lull in the Top Shot space. So we need to, let's pump them. Pump these numbers. All right, we've talked about 2 kind of shit games so far, so let's keep moving. Nets Pels. Nets won 134-129. No Kyrie. No Durant, no Harden. Kyrie it was weird. I rostered him in DFS last night, and it seemed like he was having a pretty bad game. And then I look it up this morning, he had like 32 points and 8 assists. So you just kind of think he's going to get 100, right? You think he's going to get 100 of those dudes out. But Kyrie had 32 and 8. Joe Harris had 24. Blake had 16 off the bench. So we'll look at a couple of those guys real quick. I want to see what Blake's first moment is doing. And that's another one we'll look up. So that's at $27 for his only moment on the site. I hope we get to run it back. Give me a moment. And only 66% are in circulation. So still a few more to come. So with the market doing what it's doing and more to come out in packs, I imagine that dips a little bit. I also realized today I don't have a Kyrie Irving, I don't think, which is probably like PTSD from what happened when he was in Boston. But I don't know if any, like the Kyrie seeing stars kind of sticks out of 10K. That's only $56. First moment at 13.25. That's probably about right. Although maybe still a deal, but I'm not telling people to go spend $1,300 this morning. That's not the vibe I'm given. I like CJ Frank says Top Shot didn't even need to take shots at tops. They did it to themselves. Yeah, no, we should talk about that, right? Thoughts on Harden being out indefinitely. I feel like anybody that put Kyrie in their swish lineup was probably pretty sharp this week. I still don't think I'm sure they're being incredibly cautious, right? I'm sure the Nets are just like, we can't risk anything. There's no reason. Whether they're seeds 1 through 3, they probably still feel confident that if the 3 of them are healthy, they're coming out of the East, right? So I think it affects fantasy more than it does anything else. This makes me think that the Sixers will get the 1 seed. The Bucks might even catch them for the 2 seed, but I think they're just making sure that they need to be as healthy as can be, right? Yeah, Beamer said, I'm sorry. I feel like I'm extra gulpy this morning, so I apologize if you're just getting that. Andrew Stewart says, been a few days since I've made one of these. I'm back until tomorrow when I'll be golfing when this is on. Hell yeah. Good for you, Andrew. Hey, we're also putting this in podcast form, so if you're like, I can't see your sexy ass face this morning, but I want to hear those dulcet tones, you can find us. We the People says, we do need that running back DeAndre Joseph poster on Brandon Knight. All right, let's keep moving. So who else? I don't really want to look at Joe Harris's first moment. I just don't want to do it. Zion, we will look at Zion though. Zion had 33, 7 and 4. It's funny, and it felt like he didn't have felt like he didn't have a good game. Again, similar to Kyrie vibes. He just puts up 30 like in his sleep now. He's so good. He's so freaking good. His 35K moments, $28, whatever. His 15K. So this feels like $82 for his 15K moment. Interesting, considering his 10. Okay, so his 10K moment. So for 5,000 left, you get a Seeing Stars, which is like an insert. I mean, it's not a rare moment, but it still feels like, I think if I'm trying to get in a Zion at a cheaper level, I think I'm going for the Seeing Stars at 87. This is stupid. The fact that this rare is 769 is dumb, but whatever. I won't continue to go in on that. Whatever. We don't have to look at all of these. If you're trying to get a Zion right now, I'm looking at this 10K moment and this 7,500 moment. That's where I'm at. Those ones feel like the nice little values. Those feel like the nice values. All right. What else did I miss? What do you? I don't think that he didn't turn over to lose the game. Randall would never. Okay, we're going back to the Randall over Zion stuff. I don't think I can do that today. I don't think I can. I get it though. I get the thesis of you take Randall right now. If you're trying to win playoff games right now, you might take Randall over Zion. I don't hate it. But this take is going to be cold as hell in a year. I'll tell you that right now. A lot of questions or a lot of concern about what's going on in Brooklyn. So as Liam says, as good as KD, Kyrie, and Harden are, they haven't played together. They need some minutes together before the playoffs. Otherwise, I think they will struggle. Here's what I'll say though. They can sleepwalk through the first round, right? So I think as long as they're healthy for the first round and they'll have 4 games to gel a little bit. I agree. It's not ideal. It's definitely not ideal to not having your 3 best players play together, but I do think they're just so good. Yeah, it's close. All right. Also, we'll take a peek at Ingram, who had a good game. I got to say, too, man, Lonzo has looked pretty bad lately. I don't know what he's doing, if he's just trying to get his way out. I'm confused. But Ingram's first moment, 140. Good God. Did I say what Ingram had? Ingram had 27 and 5. I don't know. Ingram's a long-term buy, I think. You're not buying Ingram and being okay, he's about to go up to 400. I think that's a long-term hold if you're going after him. He gets buckets, that's for sure. That is for sure. Spencer saying Harden and KD have the OKC chemistry. That's true. That is true. Is it not time? Man, so he's still hurt, right? Alexander Walker's still hurt. We're seeing Kyra. Is it Kira or Kyra? Kyra Lewis Jr. playing a little bit more. I think he had 16 off the bench last night. They played him 30 minutes. I don't know if Bledsoe got hurt last night. Full disclosure, I didn't watch that game. But Bledsoe only played 18 minutes or 16 minutes, which good. They got to stop playing Bledsoe. Now that Aldridge has retired, I'm shifting all of my angst and frustration towards Eric Bledsoe. But Alexander Walker's rising star is 112, and his first moment on the site is $16. Again, if you think Lonzo's going and we think Eric Bledsoe's leaving the league soon, you're going to have that backcourt of Alexander Walker and Kira Lewis Jr. and then surrounded by guys like Zion and Ingram. So their usage isn't going to be nuts because you're playing with 2 high usage players. But I don't know. I like that. I think there's some upside on those dudes. E Portsy said, shout out to the folks who paid $4K to complete the Zion Rising Star Challenge, only to dump it for 800. You the real MVPs. Yeah, man. I'm glad I did some rental deals for a lot of those. Thank God. No, you're right, John Wangard. No, wait, the drum and angst is still there. I'm trying to keep that lower just so Dustin doesn't get mad. Someone get Bledsoe full body scan today. Come on, guys. We can't make that the thing. We can't make it the thing that anytime I don't like a player, there's something internally wrong with them that's going to force them to retire. I don't like that. All right, CT. All right, well, I like this comment, CT. I know CP3 is an all-time great, but it's tough to get pumped about any of his moments. We'll go back to that. We're gonna go back to that after because I'll look at some Sun stuff. All right, now we're getting into the fun game that I fell asleep on. So I don't know what happened in the fourth quarter. All I know is the Clips beat the Blazers 113-112. No Kawhi, no Dame, no Nurkic, but Paul George. 33-11. Paul said, dude, again, every time the Clippers have a game, I'm like, we know I don't like Paul George, but again, he put up monster numbers. 33-11. He's just cooking without Kawhi on the floor. 224. He's actually cooking with Kawhi on the floor. 224 at their first moment. Here's the thing. I don't want to get talked back into believing in the Clippers. I don't. Okay, so someone told me PG had game-winning free throws. I don't want to get talked back into the Clippers. I don't, but this is what's happening. The Nuggets get hurt. The Lakers still have so many question marks. Mitchell goes down. Ugh, give me this. Is it going to be Suns Clippers Western Conference Finals? Oh, man. Man, I'm so bummed. The Nuggets should be up there. I'm so upset about the Nuggets. Jokic is going to be the forever MVP if somehow he like drags his team to the Western Conference Finals now. But John Weingart cooks in the regular season, burns in the playoffs. But anyways, I'm not excited about any of these Paul George moments except for the first one. I think he's going to make the Hall of Fame. This is a stupid moment. Like, this is stupid. It's not even a good NBA play. It's just like a prayer, chucked it up over the backboard. I mean, whatever. Cool. We used to practice these shots out in the streets, right? But if you're getting his first moment on the site, 224, that's not bad. Ooh, blackout card says the PJ run it back moment is so nice. Only 5K. I want to blackout. Are you PG? Sorry, not PJ. Are you trying to sell it? Is that what you're saying right now? Well, let's look at the run it back. Only at a 191. Oh, and this was also the reward. Woo! That is nice. That is a nice dunk. I'll give you that. I'll take it back, even if you're trying to sell it right now. All right. On the other side of things, CJ had 28, 5, and 5. You guys want to talk about taking L's? CJ tweets out, someone got to get me in on this NBA Top Shot. And I'm just like, ooh, I'm scooping that series one for about 400. It is 130. 130. That is what we call a major league L. That's a tops L, if you will. But I like CJ. CJ is nice. He's smooth. I hope we get a healthy Nurk. I think that's going to be a fun playoff series if we get a healthy Nurk. I do like it. All right, and then Norman Powell had 23 points, whatever. I mean, he had a really good first half and then kind of did nothing in the second half, but $78 for his first moment. He's only got one moment on the site. They just have a Cali versus New York, his metallic gold for 400, but 78, whatever. I don't know. PG, you don't think, Sawyer, they let anybody into the Hall of Fame. They will let Paul George into the Hall of Fame. They will. They will. What's the notification bell for any recent buy sells? Oh, Kevin. Actually, we'll do that in a second because I'm gonna go into some strat or just kind of what my mindset is right now with stuff. Also, hey, speaking of notification bells, make sure you like the stream, subscribe, do all that stuff. Let's get more people up in here. 23 minutes in. I want to hit 200 today. All right, we need to bring the vibes back up. So everybody create some fake accounts. Do what you need to do. Bots over people. You know what I mean? All right, last game. Wolves 134, Kings 120. De'Aaron Fox, for the first time in forever, didn't score 30 points. So we're not going to talk about Fox today. Anthony Edwards, listen, I've been taking little poo-poos on Anthony Edwards, but 28 and 4 last night. I feel like a lot of the rookies are hitting a wall right now. I know Emmanuel quickly got 17 last night, and I didn't talk about him only because he's been very bad recently. So I didn't throw him in there. He had 17 last night, but someone put in the Discord. I want to also, if you're not in the Discord, get in there. It's on, you can see it in our, the show notes, but Aaron Borland, who's up in here today, he posted in the Discord saying Tyrese Halliburton stats for the month of April: 9 points a game, 5 assists per game, and 1 rebound a game on 28.4 minutes per game. Yikes. But I do think we're seeing some of the rookies hit a wall right now. And I just, it's a bummer. It's a bummer that we're seeing it, but Anthony Edwards is plowing right through 28 points a game. So it's going to be not 28 points a game, Jesus. 28 points last night against the worst team in the league, or the worst defensive team in the league. So anyways, Anthony Edwards, 52. Listen, if you just want a share of Anthony Edwards and you're not trying to back up a truck of money, $52 for that 35K moment. I'm not a huge 35K dude myself, but whatever. His Rising Stars rewards sitting around 1900 or 1850. His 4K is now, I mean, this was way more expensive not too long ago. So people are just trying to sell right now. All right, so that's Anthony Edwards. Karl Anthony Towns, who came up a bunch yesterday as like a best buy under 200, and he 26 and 18 last night. Just again, just putting up like big monster numbers. So $7 for his 35K. 480 for his early adopter set, which Michael Richard just put a comment in there that I'm going to pull up, and 197 for that first moment. Not bad. And then D'Angelo Russell had 28 off the bench, but here's the thing. He had 26 of those in the first half, and that is the D'Angelo Russell experience right there. $9.92 for his first moment. Hey, if you want to go series one, you want a series one moment, I don't know. It's probably going to go down more before it goes up. Michael, did you see the Top Shot article about early adopter set? I actually haven't. So if you want to enlighten me in the chatty chat, let me know. Yeah, and Blackout Card says the Ant versus Hallie debate should be completely dead, at least in terms of Rookie of the Year. Yeah, I think it is. I think it is dead. I mean, yeah, Anthony Edwards is Rookie of the Year. He once LaMelo went down. Someone's like heard LaMelo back next week, still in the running. I don't know. I just can't imagine he comes back and plays meaningful minutes. Like, why rush him back? I guess if they're still trying to make the playoffs, it feels risky to me, but I don't know. Yeah, Edwards 22 a game in April on 44% shooting. Yeah, I mean, he shut me up because he was shooting like pretty poorly in March, and he came back. He came back. Tanner Pope says, why is Porzingis' first moment so cheap? Yeah, because we hate big dudes, and because Series 1's, as someone said in the chat, taking a bath right now. But 164 for his first moment. Not bad. Not bad if you believe in the Mavs and the Zinger. Basically, Top Shot is giving baller status to anyone who has one moment and calling it early adopters. But some people thought one moment has to be from the set. So it's not? Interesting. So it doesn't have to be a part of the early adopter set. Oh, no risk is LaMelo. It wasn't a ligament or side. If the bone is healed, it's healed. No risk. All right. Bunch of doctors up in the chat. I like it. Phil Barrett. Like, guys, everybody's on the LaMelo belt. So everybody who sold their moment when he got hurt, you guys are now back in, huh? Hey, I hope he comes back. The Hornets are like, you know how I feel about the Hornets, PJ Washington. I hope he comes back. It's better with him in the league, that's for sure. All right, let's look at Cool Cats real quick. Those are the games. Harrison Barnes also had 20 points, 8 boards, and 5 assists, but whatever. Sorry, Harrison Barnes. I know you're a Top Shot dude, but no, whatever. We'll look it up, right? He's only got one moment. It's the metallic gold, right? 297. Bingo for his first moment. 297 for the metallic gold first moment. All right, let's go over to Own the Moment site. Shout out Own the Moment. Check them out. Good stuff. Yes, my brother works in a hospital, and he said LaMelo should be clear. I love it. All right, let's look cool. Oh, yeah, top 5 gainers and the top 5 losers. Again, I just like looking at this stuff when we start the day. So Jakob Podol, Kendrick Nunn, Josh Hart's early adopter set went up a little bit. Matthijs Thiebaud's rookie debut. Thibault. Who am I? And Anthony Davis, Western Conference Finals. The losers, Eric Pascal's rookie debut. Javon Carter, Tyler Hero, Rashawn Holmes, metallic gold. Interesting. All right, let's go over to Cool Cats, see where we're at. Okay. Oh, you know what I realized, guys? I apologize. Hold on one second. Let me boost up the settings a little bit so you can see clearly now that the rain is gone. All right, here we go. So down to it's 352. It's actually up a little bit since yesterday. The Dwight Howard's still sitting at 67. The Ibaka at 54. Jeremy Grant. It's funny that the commons are going for more than the Cool Cats, which is just not something we've seen in previous challenges. Chris Paul settling around 34. So it looks like these are going to be the prices all the way through. So that's kind of where we're at with Cool Cats. Sees what a showcase that is called early adopters. So you're saying if you make a showcase and just title it early adopters, you're going to get baller status? I have to start reading the blog. That's what I got to start doing. I got to start reading the blog. Okay. Let's see. There's 4,000 have completed it so far. So how many of y'all completed in the chat would like to hear? Sound off in the chat. And then let's look at the Master Challenge too and see how many have completed that since. So we're still at 1262. Although I wonder, no, yeah, so 1262. So I bet this number goes up a bunch. Patrick says completed. Underpaid on commons, but overpaid on the CCs. There you go. Adding the 15 LE to the challenge made the Cool Cats hold no value. I guess I guess, but I don't know. I'm still surprised. All right, so a lot of people completed it here. Dan's in on it. Patrick, as we said, Michael, Dick Chuck. So look, man, I just love saying Dick Chuck. James Harris, Lucas. All right, so people are completing it. I actually just finished it. I just finished it today. I waited. So when people were asking what was going on in here, you can also see. You'll see some of the. I was finally able to gift some of these bad boys for people who have won some of our giveaways, right? So that's why you see the gift here and the gift here and the gift here. But yeah, so I scooped the Holiday for 26, the Hayward for 27, the Bogdan for 26. So that's what my Noti Bell was. But yeah, cool Cat Master will jump after the challenge when people buy the CC and reward instead of completing the challenge. That's true. That is true. Although there was that rumor, right, that if you the last 4 moments you'll get for completing it organically. I don't know if that's true. Rocket Silas says, I'm completed the Cool Cats, but I'm waiting for the Dwights in a box to dip before the challenge ends. I hope they do, man. I hope they do. All right, what else we got? Got the Clarkson. Thanks again for the. Oh, hell yeah. I'm glad you got it. Patrick says, do you know if you're going to have to complete a challenge to be eligible for a drop anytime soon? I mean, they've been saying that as like rumors, right? No, I'm sorry. I don't believe Top Shot's been saying that, but people, the community has been saying that. They've been speculating. But yeah, so I don't know. Again, we talked about this, right? Where their communication is so good in some ways, where they're very transparent and they're very open and engaged in the community and having lots of conversation. And then all of a sudden, there's stuff like this where there's like 5 different theories going around, and then that's frustrating. I mean, I guess they kind of like that because it means people are talking about it and speculating, and it creates conversation and dialogue. But sometimes it's frustrating, I will say. Glenn Go Crazy says, if I complete a Cool Cat set after the challenge, will account for the Master Challenge. So what you need to have, like you can ape into the challenge, right? So like after it ends, if you go and scoop them all up, but you need all of them to be a part of the Master Challenge. So you need to go back to the Luca, which let's actually see where the Luca Cool Cat is right now. Because I would be curious what's the cheapest way to get in. Like how much is that costing at this point? Where's my man Luca? So 2,300. Yeah. So you would need the Luca, but yeah, if you have them all as we get closer to the end of the Cool Cats challenge, yeah, you could do that. Jason, this is good jumping off point. You said, are you surprised that the market is still pretty much down? No, I'm not surprised that the market's still down. I think this is kind of what we thought. This is the initial bubble kind of popped as the excitement in March and NFTs and all that stuff. And I think now we're, heading towards the playoffs. We're kind of in this lull in the NBA right now as they gear up towards May and the playoff run and all that stuff. So I'm not super surprised. I am surprised that, I'm surprised Series 1 has taken the bath that it's taken, as we said earlier. I thought that would hold a little bit more. So I'm surprised in that aspect. But we've been saying from the beginning that there's, long-term lens on this stuff. So sure, emotionally and psychologically, I would love the market to be doing better. So that way, when I look at my account valuation, it's like, ooh, look at you, you smart ass. You're making all that money. Now it's, we got to fight the good fight is kind of where I'm at. Chuck says a bunch of accounts just got withdrawal access. So that might be a reason why. Maybe. Yeah, that could definitely play a part in it. I think, they're going through growing pains too. I think it's hard, if you're a new user and you come on and you can't have the pack experience, that is a downside, right? I think part of the reason this is so exciting, whether it's a Cool Cats, whether it's a pre-order pack, a holo drop, whatever it is, right? We still line up for packs, and there's that exciting rush that you get when you open one of those, and it's just like a fun experience. And so for new users to come on and not have that ability to do that, that's kind of a bummer. So I think when that starts to become, when they figure out those kinks, I think we'll see a little bit more action on there. Glenn says, I think Top Shot is here to stay after Tops are nowhere near. Yeah, I mean, Tops was, Jesus, that was, what a nightmare. Yeah. The Big Heck says the news of releasing more Series 1. I do think that really why go purchase a lot of these series 1 moments when a lot more are about to come out in the market based on these pack drops and stuff. So yeah, I'm with you too. Like, I don't think there's any shame in waiting. I mean, that's kind of what I've been doing right now. I haven't, outside of the cool cats, I haven't been scooping a lot of things because I'm still kind of feeling the market out. And the same way when it was shooting up, it's almost alarming. Like, you don't really know what to do. You don't want to sell because things are going up. That's kind of where I'm at right now, where I don't really want to buy because things are going down. And I might be able to get that. Every time I bought something in the last month, if I just waited like a few more days, I would have saved like $50. So I don't know. That's kind of where I'm at. Runaway Rick says, I think the lack of withdrawals what popped the bubble, also not being able to take moments off site. Yeah, I know that we were talking about that a little bit yesterday. Kieran says, joined late today. I got an email asking me to complete my, I'm assuming that would say KYC. Yeah, that's probably that's a good sign, Kieran. That's a good sign. Yeah, so sorry if I just glossed over that quickly. That series 1 isn't done. So there were still a bunch of moments that hadn't been right. We talked about this with the Eastern Conference Finals and the Western Conference Finals and how they were burning a lot of the moments that weren't open in packs. They're not doing that with the rest of the series 1. So we're going to see those come out. I believe they said, and correct me if I'm wrong, I believe they said in rare drops. So they might just like slide some series 1 into those packs. This is good. I like this. Dominic says every time. Yeah, we haven't talked too much about the MLB pack drop. I don't want to steal Greg's thunder when eventually he does a show on that again. But yeah, what a nightmare. I didn't get any packs. It's frustrating. Phil says, my worry is that I own 55 moments and my account is in the 1.6 percentile and I'm small time. Yeah, I think right now there's a big drop between like under 1% and then everyone else, right? But I also think that's a good thing. I think it almost like provides parity. So it doesn't seem like, because I think one of the bigger issues for a lot of the new users is a lot of the people that were on streams like this were big whales, right? That have accounts worth like millions and millions of dollars. And that is very exciting to hear them talk about how many sick moments they got and how they got in super early. But I think also seeing the majority of the people being like, okay, my account's worth between $1,000 and $3,000 or whatever it is, right? So that you're it feels like it levels the playing field a little bit more. So I hear that, right? Like you feel like if you're in the top 2%, you should be packing your bags and buying retirement homes. So I hear you. Mike Harrison says, bigger issue is new users that spend more money on the market and then see their investment drop 50% is painful. It totally is. And right. And that's the whole idea. Like if you got in assuming you were going to flip in 90 days, then yeah, that hurts. But if you were in it long-term and you weren't planning on withdrawing, like when my account was booming, it's not like I was like, hell yeah. I mean, I was saying hell yeah, but I wasn't in the process of withdrawing stuff, which maybe makes me a sucker, right? Maybe it makes me a sucker, but that's kind of where I was at. All right, this is good, you guys. A lot of good commentary in here. Aaron says, as much as people are saying that Topps drop is bad, let's not forget that Top Shot was also down for around 5 hours total yesterday. Yeah, the whole space is new and they're figuring out. I think my concern with Topps is just that someone else is going to come in and do it better, which I guess you could have the same concern with Top Shot, but the difference is like Top Shot is like partnered with the NBA and it's video versus just like a digital card. I don't know, but that's where I'm at anyways. Oh, shout out Airy Vision. Get that Airy Vision up in here. Dan D says prices were high because normies just found out about Top Shot. Until they do marketing, we will not be where we were before. Yeah, and I'm sure it's probably a middle ground. I don't know if we're necessarily going back to where we were in that boom, but I think we're definitely going to be higher than where we are right now, I think. Ruben says, but will it make that much of a difference that some Series 1 will be released? It's not like we're having a bunch of Series 1 release. Well, I don't know. Let's look at a Series 1 moment. Let's look at like Brandon Ingram's Series 1 moment. Let's do that because I also haven't done any research. So you're right. If it's already like 90% released, I don't know how much of a difference that's going to make, right? So let's look at base set Series 1, Brandon Ingram. So 21% are still coming out. 21% of the 4,000. So that's like a chunk, right? Oh, I'm sorry. I realized I wasn't sharing screen there. I apologize, guys. Let me do that. So we don't go big face. You know what I'm saying? Oh, it just started raining here. That was alarming. But yeah, see how we're still getting like 21% that are going to come out. I do think that does make a difference. Noah says thoughts on moments with funny things in the background. Example, Kyrie seeing stars featuring Stephen A's big ass head. I do think that stuff's funny. I don't know how much that like impacts the value, but I've been yelling that stuff. I've been yelling that stuff about like Dame Lillard, right? Like Dame's thing with the cars back in the background and stuff. I love that. Ooh, K-Slay. This is a good question. So if I ask you your best buy under 40, would you just say wait until the market settles? Man, so that's a good point, K-Slay. Like I do think that's something. Let's look it up anyways, just because that's fun. But I think what I would do, like if you're comfortable, if you like are excited to get a moment and you're like, I'm excited to collect it. And you're like, okay with that $40, maybe going down to 30, but then back up eventually. I do think I would just monitor it. That's what I would say. If you find a moment at 35 that you're like, I want this moment, I'd be checking on it pretty regularly to see if it's going to go up or go down. And then kind of bite the bullet when you're ready. So best buy under 40. I mean, all of these first moments, it depends. Like I love THT. I actually really like Malik Monk too as a basketball player. But not enough of their moments are out yet. So I'd wait for that. The Dame seeing stars is pretty cool. And if you want a seeing stars, also Devin Booker. This is an opportunity to get Ja Morant here, which all of the Ja moments are too cheap. IMO. So out of 15K, $39. Wow, there's a lot of the seeing stars. It's kind of nuts. Jason Tatum seeing star like to the assist. Shout out Mers. But anyways, yeah. So that's what I would do. I would just continue to monitor it. Dan Deep says prices more likely won't go back to where they were. Remember, Top Shot said they want rare moments to be 100, 200 range and legendary 501K. That's their goal. Yeah. Ooh, Ali Khan. I'll pull that up right in just 1 second. I also want to say, Kevin, shout out Kevin. Thank you very much for the super chat. I'm late running like an NFT website this morning. I also see Beamer's comment up in there. Thoughts on, did Greg end up with a pack yesterday? Yeah, Greg ended up with like 37 packs, I believe. So shout out Greg. All right, let's look at the hollows. Oh, wait, hold on. We got no hollows for $40. That's breaking news. Breaking news here. Well, hold on. What a dummy. What a dummy. Clear this. Yeah. But Greg ended up with a ton of packs yesterday. I think he got like 7 or 8 commons and then one of the special ones. Let's sort by descending, see what we got here. James Harden. Oh, wait, under a K, right? That's what you said. I apologize. I should have. Is that what the question was? Yeah, thoughts on hollow under 1K. All right. Who knew I needed the price thing anyways? Honestly, I'm probably going to say don't get one. That's what I would say. I mean, Darius Baisley. Yeah, Darius Baisley would be the one. But I honestly, Ali, I don't think I would do it. I'd rather use that money. Honestly, I'd rather use that money and go get Nikola Jokic's first moment. That's where I'm at. Oh my gosh, so many comments. I'm so behind. Is there any way to invest in Flow or Dapper as a stock type option? I believe you can Flow in crypto, right? But you not in the United States, is my understanding. All right, here we go. You think Topps will take over at all? Interesting, Rosales. All right. All right. All right. What else do we got? Let me catch up here. It's snowing here in Toronto. Would definitely trade for the rain right now. Yeah, Borland, we're all in that spot right now, right? We need to drop more packs. I'm actually tempted to buy Series 1 stuff right here. All right, we're hot take from Airy Vision. Crap, and I lost it. Where is it, Airy? Hot take. There's Kevin Garnett currently at 4,500. Does the Hall of Fame ceremony boost his moment? I mean, it should. It's Kevin Garnett, right? It should. I don't know though if the ceremony would, right? I think we all like understand he's a Hall of Famer, so I don't know. Good question. Good question. Greg didn't do enough bragging in the Discord. I know. Yeah, well, I'll send screenshots for my DMs. Wow. All right. So Series 1 floor officially sub 40. All right, here we go. This is what I was going to say. This is what I wanted to talk about. So about going just so thank you. Oh my goodness. Thank you, Dick Chuck. All right, this is what. Ooh, yeah, the Garnett, right? People don't know this. Garnett's on here. All right, I apologize if I don't get to a ton of chat right now for 1 second, but here's, and Kevin Forge, I'm going to go to this. I would say wait a little bit longer. That's what I would say, Kevin. But this is where I'm at, right? We're going to go to a little behind the scenes. I said this at the top. This is kind of what I wanted to do. I think a lot of times, right, I'm up here being like team hold, buy the dip, all that stuff. But I wanted to take like just a little bit of the thought process of like what I've been doing with moments and kind of where I've been at, because I don't know. I think there's a lot of not panic, but everyone's like, oh man, it keeps going down. And I'm out here being like, we're going to keep going, get long term. But I just wanted like a little behind the scenes of where I'm at and kind of how I've been dealing with what's been going on. And oh, shout out Spencer. Just realized he had access. There you go. So scrolling down a little bit, I wanted to pull up one moment that I have. Right. So I have this Marcus Smart hollow, and I have been going back and forth for a long time. Top Shot volume, Dr. Phil. I've been struggling with this moment right here because I don't know the ceiling on this. And I think at the time, market was starting to boom, and I was like, oh, I want a hollow. I like Marcus Smart. It's a Celtic. And now that it's kind of topped out, I keep going back and forth where if I can move off of this moment, and recoup some funds and then dive back into the market to scoop up some other things that I want, like a Jokic first moment, or like a Jokic first moment, like a LaMelo first moment, like all of the things that I've been talking about. It's right. Like those are the moments that I want. And I know We the People's like sell at that moment isn't too great. On the flip side though, and now I'm nervous that my Wi-Fi is going to crap out. So let me monitor this while that's happening. But on the flip side, I would be selling at the absolute bottom. All right. And that also doesn't feel sharp, right? Selling at the bottom doesn't feel like a sharp thing to do. So it's this constant, Kyle Marley, I was not financial advice, first of all, but congrats on getting that Jokic first moment, because I've been eyeing that for forever. Dominic says, if you really want to sell that Marcus Smart moment, then I would wait till the middle of the Celtics playoff series. Right. So in taking those considerations, but just like the idea of like, I don't know if it's necessarily going to go back up to like 4,400, which was its highest sell, but I also don't want to sell at the floor. And that's kind of where I'm at, Sawyer, right? Like you got to hold at this point. But that's where I'm at with a lot of these moments where I don't want to continue to fire more money into my Dapper from my bank account, because I don't want to do that. That hurts my heart. But I also don't want to continue to siphon off some of my moments at the floor, because there are other moments too that I've looked at moving off of, like and Billy, right? This is the point, right? Selling at the bottom, but buying at a floor. And you're absolutely right. But and this is kind of what goes back to what we talked about, I think last week, where we had our other Dr. Phil moment, was where like being able to evolve your thought process and your strategy within Top Shot. Because this is kind of where I'm at. And so when We the People, right? Like it's going to drop my take your money and run IMO, not financial advice. I know. And I mean, I've had this thought, like, let's look at the floor right now. I think it's still at like right under 2K. I'm not sharing screen again. Let me pull this back up. Here we go. So this moment, the floor is at 1998. So I absolutely could take that, right? And then go back and get Jokic, and then still even like take some profit off this. Homer Simpson void, the bottom of the market so far. No, for real. That is for real. But yeah, that's kind of, and Spencer says, yeah, but if I'm just selling at the bottom for the sake of reinvesting. Right. And that's what I've been preaching this whole time too, right? That like, if I'm not actually trying to withdraw, even though I have withdrawal access, like I'm not trying to do that right now. I'm trying to just collect as much as I can. Deep Threat says, it was hard for me psychologically to get rid of my Kawhi too. It hurt my head the first day it wasn't in my account. Yeah. And I mean, there also, and again, going back to like Dustin's point, there is something to be said for just collectors, right? Where collectors have, you have a rare moment, not even a rare moment, you have a legendary moment. I don't have any other legendary moments. So a part of me is like, I like having a legendary moment. Will I need a legendary moment to qualify for a drop in the future? Will it be used in a challenge in the future when hardcore comes out? So there's like all of these different things that I'm going back and forth with. Someone asked how much I got it for. I actually I don't remember. I don't remember. But I didn't get it in the pack. It was like 1,500. So it's just a little bit of a profit, not much. But even if it wasn't a profit at this point, right? Even if I got it for like 3K and now I'm selling it for two, I don't even think that's the point, whether it's like profit or loss. More of like this whole idea of like buying at the bottom, selling at the bottom is what I've been struggling with. The other one that I'll give you a little behind the, it's going to be more Celtics. I feel like all these moments that I'm talking to you about are going to be Celtics. So let's go back to my collection. And it's and you can tell, right? Because I got these a while ago, but you can tell that I've listed these and then taken them off the market. But this Kemba Walker, right? So this is Kemba, Eastern Conference Final. And Kemba is frustrating I love Kemba. I really do love Kemba. I was a big UConn fan. I loved him when he was at the Hornets. I was so glad he got out of Charlotte because I was like, finally let this dude breathe. And now, or let him free. And then now he's, dinged up and all these things, right? All these things. But Kemba, this is the Eastern Conference Final moment, which means, right? So that you see that and it's out of, what does it say it's out of? 999, right? This says it's 312 out of 999. But when we go over to the Eastern Conference Finals, you see that only 25% are in circulation. So that's what, like 250, 249, something like that. And that means so they're burning those, right? Yeah. And that's what We the People says, right? Like just keeping those because it's going to be burned. Kevin, no worries. 90% of my collection is Spurs or former Spurs. So these are supposed to be burned. And the lowest ask is 525. So like when the market goes back up and it becomes more rare, or does it become more rare? Because we as the market are the one that set the prices. So I think this is like the constant back and forth. And I think deep down, I'm holding these. I'm not moving off of these. So that's kind of where I'm at. I think I'm holding, but these are like the constant back and forth moments that I'm having where it's like, okay, if I get off of these, it's an opportunity to reinvest in the stuff that I'm talking about. But then I can already feel the being like, yeah, but now you're selling a rare moment that's out of only like 290, whatever, 250. And we're never going to let, that's considered like legendary now almost. Allie says, to be honest, do what makes you happy. I sold off a bunch of moments and withdraw a certain amount that I was happy with, kept moments and let the less ride. If they go to zero, then I'm still happy. Honestly, this is my Doge approach where I got in at like 6 cents and then just sold off a bunch at 38 yesterday and let a little bit ride. That's honestly, and I think what's easier about doing something like that in the stock market versus the Top Shot is I don't have any emotional connection to it as I do with these moments. So that's what makes it a little tricky, right? And Beathoj says this is where having a trade option on Top Shot instead of just selling the moment to acquire more moments would be a great addition to the site. I think we'll see that. I think we'll see that pretty soon. I think we will. I like that. Dan didn't even say who this was, Dan. Oh, Holmes. I read that as Hornets. I was like, you trying to get me to share the PJ drop? Metallic Gold Holmes for 230. First moment seems too cheap. My Dapper only at 18. No, I don't hate that. K Slay says, had to jump on a work call. Love how this has become a Celtics appreciation episode. Oh, man. All right. Did I miss anything? Can't wait for a run it back scal. All right. Let's talk about quickly. Here we go. You guys want me to stop doing a deep dive on my thought process. Let's look at Emmanuel quickly. Hey, while I do that, if you guys haven't had an opportunity to like the stream, bunch of people up in here, get in there, like that stream, make dreams come true. I haven't looked at the percentages yet. Okay, we're over 50%, but let's get it over like 70%. You know what I mean? Let's go wild. But yeah, get in there, like the stream, follow us on Twitter, follow me on Twitter. All right, let's look at Emmanuel quickly. Sawyer also says done selling moments. Yeah. It's funny. I say that. And then on Thursday, I changed my mind. And then on Friday, I'm like, nope, just kidding. I'm not selling moments. So I'm with you. I'm with you, but it's a constant back and forth. All right. Emmanuel quickly is only 207 right now. God, sorry, Dustin, if you're seeing this right now. This is dipped. All right. I want to see how many of these are in circulation. My guess is probably only like 50%, right? 66%. Okay. I mean, it feels, again, all of these feel like they're going to go down before they go up, but I do like this 207. I like Emmanuel Quickly. It does feel like it's going down before it's going back up. That's what I would say. I won't buy. Sawyer also says not buying until May. Yeah, I feel you. Let's look at Tobias Harris too. Anyways, to expand on that, Emmanuel Quickly. I do like Emmanuel Quickly. It does feel like it'll go down a little bit more before it goes up, especially if more are coming out in packs. So I would just monitor it, find a number that you're comfortable with, and then if it approaches that number, go grab it. Tobias Harris's first moment. What is that at right now? 90. Yeah, you're right, Dominic. That is pretty cheap. Tobias too, like quite. I don't know if like Doc Rivers is the Tobias whisperer, but Tobias Harris, like, it looks awesome right now. I mean, he's never going to be the best guy. He's never going to be the best guy on the team, right? He's going to be the second or third scorer, but yeah, I like it. There we go, Sawyer, getting the content game. Ruben too. This is where, honestly, at this point, you just have moments you like, so I can't sell anything. I don't think that's, yeah. See, this is what makes it so interesting. Everybody's got so many different thought processes and philosophies of how they're attacking the market and Top Shot in general, which makes it so fun. I think that's what makes it interesting. I think this is cool. I like it. Earl says, this is the issue. The slow rollout of the amount of a moment, continuing adding supply so prices will fall. Would be nice to release more of a moment at once. Yeah, I'm with you, Earl, but also at the same, I mean, that's on us for being smart, right? Like, we just need to be more informed and aware of what they're doing. I also don't think it's wise, if it's a 12,000 moment, to release all 12,000 at the same time. Like, I don't think that's wise. Honestly, I think if we were just smarter, if we just like paid attention to this and didn't buy Nasir Little for 200 when only like 2% of them are out there, I think that solves it. I do agree, like, it does suck that it takes them like a full season to roll them all out. But at the same time, it is kind of cool that like there's still a chance halfway through or 3/4 of the way through a season that you might land a LaMelo 4K. I do think that's kind of nice. Noah says, best rising star moments to buy right now because they're dumping. Well, the answer is Zion always, but they are, man. Let's see. Theo Maladon, 109. No, I don't want Theo. Michael Porter Jr., 169. This is stupid. James Wiseman. I think, what's James Wiseman at actually in general? Because with that injury, I think this is something I'm buying. I'm telling 260. Once this gets down to 200, it's going to be living in my account. And Sawyer says, thought about shorting all of your moments to buy them all back in a couple weeks. Yeah, I mean, I think that's perfectly acceptable too, although then you're killing the market for us, Sawyer, so please don't. I really like the CJ McCollum, the gift moments. Serial number 63 seems pretty. Might send it. There you go. Send it. Beathord, should there be common packs with playoff finals moments? I can see the market dip further if they only release them in rare legendary packs. Yeah, I'll be curious how they attack that, right? I think there is something exciting about, I don't know, maybe they treat it like a Cool Cats, where not that we have 4 challenges that extend over 15 months, but that that they're able to, like you do, hey, we're doing like a playoff common pack. It's $14. You get 5 moments with 1 playoff star or something like that. I don't know. Dominic says, was looking into buying a Zion Rising Star when the lowest ask was over 1K, but now it's dipped crazy. Yeah, no, that's okay. Long-term hold. Long-term hold. Yeah, Michael Porter Jr. is the call on that Rising Star. I agree. If they dropped all the single moments at once, what's in packs would be limited, or there would be bigger gaps between drops. Yeah. What do you think the Luka Cool Cat can get up to? I mean, it did get up to 10K. I actually think this is where it's living right now. I think you might see one more big jump as we get closer to the end of the Cool Cats challenge, but I don't see it going above 3K at this point. I would imagine this is where it's going to live in this 23. Feels like it's leveled out a little bit, right? It feels like it's leveled out. All right, Sawyer, I need to know what. Oh, Roham is this, we're getting live updates here? Let's see. Let's see what happened here. This is exciting. One tweet in the last hour. We're doing it live. We purposely stay away from marketing our technology. That said, misinformation from ETH Maxis and other changes bordering on satire at this point. So we're going to talk tech again. I'm personally excited about it. Apologies in advance to my talk. Oh, okay. All right. You made me nervous. You made me nervous, Sawyer. Subtweet at Wax. Yeah, we do love that. Again, we're here for the drama. We're here for the drama. I like this. This is what happens. Also, one notification. You guys kidding me right now? Get in there. What's the best Zion to buy for potential gain in the future? Man, not financial advice, right, Glenn? Let's say that first and foremost. I mean, like, are you trying to, like, well, it depends what you're trying to spend, what your budget is. It's not the 35K moment. Although I guess if you're thinking Top Shot itself blows up and the floor just rises in general, you could like 5X on this thing, but I don't think I'm looking at that. For me, I like the 7,500 moment right here. I like the Seeing Stars moment because it's a Seeing Stars. It's out of 10K moving forward. I think if they're going to do Seeing Stars every year, I don't know. But I mean, if you're talking about like his first moment on the site's the buy, right? That's the buy. You get his first moment. But that's expensive. 3,800. That's very expensive. We the People, how do you think they drop it? So they've mentioned, right, that it's going to be moved into rare packs, right? So when you like their next rare drop, you might get one rare moment, one series, one moment. I'm not entirely sure how they're going to do it, but that's kind of been the rumors. The rumor. What's better, the Luka first moment or the 3-point winner against the Clipper? Yeah, the 3-point moment is sick. I love that moment. I remember watching that with my fiance live, and I just like stood up and screamed like a little child. I was so excited when that hit because I hate the Clippers. We talked about that. But his first moment, I feel like I always lean first moments on the site, but the game winner is way cooler. How much is the game winner going for? Right? Like I can't spend 3,700 right now, but I can't spend 1,200 right now either. But for a third of the price, and you want a Luka, that's a cool moment. Liam says, I like the thought of all the 35K moments becoming Ellie at the same time, like they did with the 15K earlier. Yeah, I think I watched Club Top Shot last night. Shut up, Pete. And I know I want to say it was either Mike NBL or Peter Jennings that was talking about like Ellieing all of those. But yeah. Someone buy my Trey Series 1 MGLE. Let me see it. How much you selling it for, B? So this one right here, you're talking about. So it's his first moment. Yeah, this one. Ooh, 2K. Ooh, yes, Sam. I don't know what the question is here, but I love it. What's that price at right now? Devin Booker first moment. Yeah, I like the Devin Booker first moment. My name is Mike Zakarian, and I like everything. Down 850, man. Woo, 850. Patrick, what are you doing? Choosing violence this morning. I could see Wiseman as the next LaMarcus Aldridge. How dare you? Do you think the moments from Cool Cat 4 challenges will go up or stay the same like it did for the previous Cool Cat challenge as it spiked before it ended? Nah, it's ending tomorrow, right? I think we've seen. I don't think it's going to go up. I mean, if it goes up, maybe a couple more bucks. But dude, I got to tell you, it is hard. It is really hard to do funny character bits on a live stream. Coming from my comedic background, it's very hard to do that and pull it off. And that was awesome. They did a great job. So shout out the Broccoli Boys. That was very, very funny. I love it. X Lemonhead Poker. What's up? I have a Terry Rozier Hollow 99 and I have no idea what to do with it, but I think I want to sell any input worth holding. What's that going for right now? That is going for 15. Is this a game winner? Oh, that is a sick moment. I think I think that's totally fine to sell. I like the hollows. This is what I would say. Like, it depends what your game plan is. Has Terry already been in a challenge too? We might see a little bump with the challenge, but yeah, I'm okay moving off of that. If you have other stuff that you're interested in or want to pull off profit. I mean, that's kind of a similar thing I was having with the Marcus Smart discussion with my hollow. So yeah, I totally understand moving off of that. Murray Series 1. I actually almost scooped this morning. Full disclosure, Sawyer. But I think it's still going to go down. So 85 for his second moment, but his first moment, 365. I feel once that hits 300, baby, it's coming to me. It's coming to me. Yeah, I'm with you, Glenn. Really addicted to buying first moments. Taco Fall. Let's look at Taco. I bought a couple of these. Meme man. 27 for wow. I overpaid on some low cereal ones. Yeah, I'm here for taco. Boom. That's honestly not that great of a moment, but whatever. We love taco. Yeah, I am. I'm excited to see, man, especially if LaMelo comes back and Terry does just like straight up off the ball stuff. I like it. What do you think about? Oh yeah, we talked about CJ, right? Seems much lower than others, but I don't know what to do. Good flip, dude. It's tough for me to talk about the gift because I was pretty out on the gift as a long term hold. I think I sold. I can't remember if I had I had D'Angelo Russell, and I sold that pretty high. Also, LeBron, the first thing that's up here, 445. So after finishing the Cool Cats 4, should I participate in the race to the bottom or hold some time and self? I mean, I don't know. If you want to try to get like 50 to $100 back, you can definitely move off them. But I feel like at that point, I just hold them. You can buy Jokic first moment or take. Yeah, I'm with you. I'm with you. What else? Taco will be good when he leaves the Celtics. You think so? He's just. I mean, I don't know. Maybe. All right, guys. I got like another few minutes if you want to fire in some more questions. I'm sure the whole gang's gonna be back either tonight or tomorrow would be my guess. I know Greg's excited to talk about baseball. Maybe rip some baseball packs. Hopefully we have a pack drop tomorrow. Make sure you're following us on Twitter at Top Shot Takes. Follow me at Mike Zakarian. Shout out Groove Dude over on the Twitch. Oh, I see you. Opinion on Lou. Daniel Rawlings says Lou Will Series 1. Let's pull it up. Yeah, follow, join the Discord. You can see all that stuff on the show notes. We do this every morning. Oh, Andre, thank you for the sub and the like. We love to see it. All right, Lou Will's first moment is down to $65. I mean, hey, if you're a Lou Will fan, maybe you think he has a playoff moment this year with the Hawks. I just like don't know what Lou Will's legacy is. But yeah. No. Oh, wait. Noah says, hot take, who's winning the championship this year? Man, I would have said Nuggets. I think it's the Lakers. I think it's still the Lakers, which is boring as hell. I'm not going to be rooting for them, but I think it's the Lakers. Oh, okay, this is you. Thank you for that email. We saw it this morning. I'm waiting for the West Coast crew to wake up, but I saw that email. You're the best. That was really sweet. I believe so people asking about the Twitch username, I believe it's just Top Shot Takes. Do you think the Dwight and Ibaka owners won't try to sell? I think we'll see that come down a little bit, right? It's got to come down a little bit. Ooh, yeah. Hey, if you're not in the Discord, join the Discord. They shared, I forget who made it up. So let me scroll through Swish real quick, our Swish channel. But yeah, we created a little Swish Top Shot League, which is very exciting. I want to make sure I'm shouting out the person who made the Google Doc. So shout out Worm369. Damn, look fun. But made a tracker league, and it looks like let's pull it up real quick. I'm not going to share the screen, but I don't know if it's been updated this morning. But we've got Evan Tan was in the lead with 102, and then Sawyer right behind him. Ooh, I'm in fourth, baby. I'm in fourth, even though most of my guys weren't playing. But yeah, if you're not in the Discord, join the Discord. We have a lot of fun in there. We've got channels for the MLB talk, NBA talk. We've got some DFS stuff in there. The Swish. It's all good, baby. Lou's legacy. Lou's legacy is the chicken wings. That's true. A lot of Heat love, some Sixers love. Whew. All right, here we go. I think if you already answered this, I missed it. But at what percent circulation do you think it's okay to buy? I mean, I think as long as it's over like 50%, I just think the prices are jacked up when it's only like under 25%. How does the Swish League work? It's the same as everyone else. They just created a Google Doc and like keep track of the scoring and points. But basically, if you haven't played Swish before, Glenn, just check out SWYYSH.com. It'll explain it. But basically, you pick two of your moments that are 2-point shots, one of your moments that's a 3-point shot, one assist or handle, and one block or steal. And they accumulate points almost like a fantasy league would during the course of the week as they play. All right. What else do we got? Anything else? Can you drop the link to which one? Swish? Drop the link to Swish Groove? Is that what you're saying? I can throw that in there. I'll throw that swish dish in there. Yeah, if you're, and I'll drop the. You can see the Discord invite in the show notes, but I'll drop it in here as well. All right, King Primo, I see you. Why don't you come back on Friday? We'll do some account valuations. Also, I don't know if a deep threat's still in the comments, but he's going to come on tomorrow. I got to send him some info, but he's going to come on tomorrow. So we'll have a guest tomorrow. So we'll see you guys tomorrow at 9. Thank you, everybody, for being here. Again, this show's way better when people are involved, so I appreciate that. And, yeah, like, subscribe, blah, blah, blah. PJ
PJ Washington.